It's showtime.
It's showtime. Welcome back, everyone. It's been 2 months. I hope you had a fantastic Christmas. We've all had our ups and our downs, but me and the admin of the Bounty Bunch thought we'd bring us back to the stream. So we've got some fantastic guests tonight. I'm going to first bring on my co-host with a name change. We have Mr. Ills or Mr. Norris. How you doing, my friend?
I'm good, mate. Glad to be back.
It's good. We're back.
Been a long time.
Yes. We have another co-host, a new co-host to our channel.
What? I didn't know about this.
Here he is, look. The legend. Where did you get that from on that picture?
Legend.
Is that corn? You wearing a sweet corn t-shirt?
Yeah, corn.
Corn? I've got some of them on my feet.
Corn.
That's all right.
Let's bring on the man that's been in hospital more than outside hospital. There he is, the bullet. That's returned to us. With less chins. How you doing, my friend?
Surviving, mate. Surviving, you know.
More episodes of Casualty than the BBC.
Yeah, tell me about it.
I see your collection behind you is getting a lot tight. Look, them shelves are looking. Your shelves are looking a little bit tight now, so you might need to build some more. There's not many gaps I can see.
There's shelves there as well, but you can't see. So there's even more. There's more. Remember, that's double deep. All of that's double deep as well.
If you get smaller, the smaller you get, Pete, the more films you can get in your room.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah,
that'll be the goal. Right, next person we're going to bring on board. We have the Batman back from retirement. There he is.
There he is.
Yeah.
How you doing, mate? It's been many months. Have you been hibernating until I have a turn?
Pardon?
Have you been hibernating until I return?
No, but to be fair, Batman did get COVID.
Right.
Didn't you have no COVID repellent in your utility belt?
No, but honestly, I did get COVID, and the first thing I did when I got it, put on Facebook, "Oh, Batman's got COVID, and I'm still here."
See, next time take your COVID spray instead of your shark spray.
Yeah,
you're all right.
Yeah, shark repellent.
Yeah, true, yeah.
We've also got another person in the wings who's just recently come back on Monday. Hopefully, he's back permanently. We have the one
the
and
legend.
The legend.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, Kermit.
Hey, Kermit.
She's so cool. Tea in hand. Yeah.
I've bought no drinks today, unfortunately. So let's see what we've got in the comments so far. We have Bullet.
Busy's for me anymore.
Hello, Paul. Oh yes, baby.
Who's
we got RH Media. Hello, Rob. Glad to see you back. Hope you're okay. RH Media, top bloke. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching.
Hey.
It's a bit of a one-off. Bit of a one-off stream. Nice to see you all back together. Yeah, we'll grow week to week. Firstly, obviously, we've not done a stream since November. Has our collections grown much? Let's go from Lee first. Obviously, from probably Suicide Squad, I think was the last stream we did.
Was it?
Have you kept up to date with media? Obviously, your
unfortunately, I have. Yeah, unfortunately. I wish I could say.
Got a little stash of doubles behind you.
No, I haven't. No, I told you that. That's a complete lie. I don't buy doubles. I only buy one of everything. I don't know who told you that information, Rob. Probably Pete.
Here you got a few matrices there.
Only 4.
You're still keeping them free, boy.
Could you just like a shopping channel, couldn't I?
Did anyone else pick up this gem?
Oh my god!
Not yet, no.
I do want to get it actually at some point. I do want to watch it.
Is that in Poundland already?
To be honest, I don't know if you had a slip, it would be more tempting. But I'm a big video game fan. I'll buy it every one.
Is that the normal 4K, Rob?
Yes.
Okay.
And didn't Zavi were knocking out the Steelbook for 22, weren't they?
Yeah, I got it for 23 quid.
Okay, cool. So did you pick Lee? You picked up Ghostbusters Steelbook, didn't you?
No. Yeah, I did. Yeah, yeah, I did. I did, mate. Yeah, I managed to get a copy or so.
Couple of 2 or 3.
No,
Adam,
2. 3.
2, 3, 4. So Adam, where have you been up to in your collection? Anything you've picked up recently, or any collections you've started up?
Yeah, I've started to get more martial arts. So I've been actually speaking to Lee quite a bit about them. So I picked up some of the Sammo Hun collections and that.
Awesome.
Got some. I love Texas Chainsaw, and obviously the new one's coming out. But I've got the import of Leatherface because I didn't have that, so I picked that up. And I just got random bits. I picked up the Wayne's World 1 and 2. It's a bit expensive, but I picked up those.
They should have been £20. I think £20 for both.
Yeah, I agree with what Pete said the other day. It should be in one set, I think, rather than individual. It should be like 14 quid or whatever for 2 of them, rather than 14 quid for each. It's just ridiculous.
Okay. Cool. And Kermit, I know you've been on Instagram quite a bit recently. Is there any titles you haven't picked up, or you potentially wait for them to be reduced, or?
No, I've picked up a fair few titles over the months. I picked up the Charlie Chaplin set.
Okay.
Got all the movies in. That's a nice find. I picked up Orca a couple of days ago. I got the Ghostbusters, and I picked up Wayne's World 2 on Monday. After my video went up, I went back and picked up Wayne's World 2 because I had the first one. The first one came out years ago in America, Region 3.
Yeah.
So I picked that up. But as I said, why hasn't it been over here before? It's been out for years over there.
Yeah.
Has anyone seen
it at the most?
Is everyone aware of the
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I personally think Orca's better than Jaws.
Sorry?
Orca. Orca the Killer Whale, right?
Yeah.
I personally prefer that film to Jaws.
Yeah.
I think the final 10 minutes you get the feels in you when he's just circling. That's all I'll say.
I can't remember a lot about it. It's been probably 30, 40 years since I've seen it.
Yeah,
Rob's just ruined it for you anyway. So
spoilers.
It's such a good film.
At the end, Rob. That's all we need to know.
It's a revenge film, obviously for the killer whale going after a fisherman that killed one of his offspring, and that's the opening. So obviously it's just a fantastic. But I think is it a 12 certificate? I remember being terrified as a kid watching that film.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's not the whale going for revenge then, like Jaws.
No, not Jaws revenge. No, it's not.
You got a shark that tracks people down.
We got some trolls in the comments, guys.
Well, we'll take them off when we get to the Okay, Batman, where have you gone? All right, move on.
Trolls. I picked up Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Cool.
I watched Dune for the first time the other night. And then as well, I recently picked up the John Wick trilogy.
Giving spoilers away about the Scream now.
Yeah.
Pardon?
Lee, can you get your boy on
Pardon?
it?
Yeah, do you want to give me a sec, yeah?
Yeah, cool. You got some good pickups there, mate.
I'll come back.
I know you've been away for a bit, but is there anything you've picked up?
Hey?
Any films you picked up recently, or since we last communicated?
I've had a few sent to me, and I picked up Ghostbusters. Some beautiful man sent me that.
It's a fantastic. I think that potentially could have inspired Mortal Kombat. Some of the deaths in that are shocking.
I just love that head splat. It's just mad. I love that.
Yeah. How do people feel? Even look at what obviously from the cinema to Blu-ray now. It's only like 2 months now, isn't it? So a lot of guys are still going to the cinema. Because for me, is there any point? Because I think the Kingsman. I'm sure Kingsman's going on the Kingsman Disney Plus I think, any day or HBO Max. But the turnaround, I know Ghostbusters was supposed to come out years ago, so that was probably pressed way before it even come out in the cinema. Do you see an urge to go to cinema where you're spending £20 including all your beverages, or are you happy just to wait now? We'll start off with Adam.
I'm happy to just stay at home. I mean, for me, we're having 2 kids as well. It's quite expensive, like a family of 4, especially with the food and everything. You know, you could end up spending 60, 70 quid at the cinema, and I'd rather wait, pay 20 quid for, 4K, or download it off of iTunes for 15 to 20 quid, and then, you've got it, and it's a lot cheaper for me. So,
well, when it comes to, like, if you look at Encanto, I love Encanto. I'm a big Disney fan, but obviously coming out digital, the same as Eternals coming out digital to watch for free, before, obviously you still got to pay subscription before it comes out to buy it. Are you more hesitant to wait for it to get reduced because you can see it every day on, like, Disney, or you would still buy it just to have it in the collection physical?
I'll still buy it. Yeah, I'll still buy them. I've got Eternals and that. I watch it on there. My kids use it quite a bit for the Disney Plus and that. I watch it, but I like having the physical copy with my collection, so I'll always buy it, stream it, and then buy it. So,
cool. And what about yourself, Pete? You'll happily wait, wouldn't you? I think there's a few times where I've offered you bits what you could get hold of, and you've waited for the physical.
I do wait. I wait as much as I can, but my head's been turned slightly by these IMAXs on Disney Plus. The quality is better on my TV. Mine can handle it. It's Dolby Vision. It's high bit rate, and I love the look of them. So I've been hesitant to pick up like Encanto and things like that because I've been enjoying them, streaming them, which is kind of a bad thing for me. I didn't expect to enjoy streaming that much. But
well, it's always been that stigmatism, isn't it? There was a downgrade. There's always stigmatism where if you streamed, it didn't look as good as physical. But now, as you said, with the Disney stuff that's coming, the Marvel stuff, it surpasses the 4Ks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's over 80 megabecond bit rate, and it's like it just looks so much better. I don't understand. I mean, Disney aren't really that good with their 4Ks, are they? No. They haven't put much effort into it. So to put it on this IMAX, I'm quite impressed by it. So.
Cool.
But I must own all of the Marvels. I must own all of the Disney, so I will buy them, but nothing above Blu-ray at the moment.
There'll be a box set in the end. There'll be a box set a year, won't there? With another like 6, 7 different ones in. Let's get Lee back. What's the Karate Kid series called again?
Cobra Kai.
Have you heard about Series 5?
No. Spoilers.
Cynthia Rothrock's going to be in it.
Ooh.
As long as we don't get Will Smith's son make an appearance.
But Cynthia Rothrock. Yeah.
Cool. So let's go on to Kermit. Kermit, are you still an avid cinema goer, or are you happy just to wait now?
Well, my wife changed banks recently, and she's had like 12 free tickets, and we're struggling to use them. I will go and see a film if I know it's going to be worth it. One of these films that you need to see at the cinema, so it's going to be spectacular. But other than that, I'll wait, because usually if I go to the cinema, I don't know if it's like everybody's cinema, but down in Brighton, assholes in the cinema, they spoil the last 4 or 5 films I've seen. It's just people talking on phones, and it's just not worth the hassle. You pay, like Adam said, you pay a lot of money to go and see a film, and then it's just spoiled. So I'd rather wait, watch it at home.
Why don't you go punch them?
I'm not a violent person, Pete.
Oh, call me up.
If you accuse me of that again, I'll have you.
Yeah.
I don't like myself, but if you sit in a cinema with glasses and their phones just reflect off your lens, don't they?
Yeah.
Every single bit of light in that cinema hits your glasses. So it's got a question to Lee. I don't know if you heard the question. Obviously, with films coming out so quickly,
trying to sort out the travel issue. Yeah, go on.
With films coming out so quickly from, say, cinema to physical, has that stopped your cinema going, or will you happily wait to buy it now? Because obviously, cinema is still quite. I think views like I think view's still like £4 or £5. I know it's down south. Up here, you got these super duper IMAXs. It's like £19 a ticket. I'll still see Ghostbusters, you know, the big boys, like Alan just said. Has that persuaded you not to go to cinema and just wait for a physical copy?
Yeah, it has actually. I'm more waiting now for them to just come out in physical and then pick them up. And obviously because of the, you know, disease situation going around, it's made me not want to go to the cinema even more. But yeah, no, I mean, it's ridiculous now. You're getting them literally 2 months after the cinema come out in physical, so it's not really making me want to go to the cinema anymore.
And some of these films, obviously I loved Spider-Man, but stuff like Justice League, the Snyder Cut, I love it. But I think I have had a better experience watching indoors because you can pause it, have a cup of tea.
Yeah, it's 4 hours long, isn't it? I mean, yeah.
So I think that's why that succeeded, I think, so well, for the fact that it's there.
Yeah.
You haven't got to leave. You've got to have your family around you.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, let's go on to the Batman. I know obviously there'll be a film you'll be seeing soon.
The Batman.
Do you go to cinema much, or are you buying much at the moment, or waiting for stuff to get reduced?
Because of the pandemic, obviously, as majority of you know, I live in a care home, and obviously I can go to the cinema now, but through the pandemic, I've had to rely on streaming sites, and friends have been doing films for me, and so I've had to go around streaming and that. But now, obviously, try and get to the cinema when I can, or as much as I can.
Cool.
I'm off to the cinema on Thursday, actually.
Yeah, it'll be the creepy one in the back row having a.
Are you going, Pete?
No, mate. You know.
Isn't Batman going to be on HBO Max though as well?
This is it. This is HBO Max have got a deal where 30 days after cinema release, it comes out on HBO Max.
I don't have HBO Max.
Don't need it.
I live about 4 minutes away from the cinema. It's not the best cinema, but I live literally like 4 minutes down the road from the cinema.
I think, but see, I've seen every Batman in the cinema from the Keaton, so I will. Although I'm not a fan of Patterson, I love Affleck. I will still cinema it. I think it's still a experience. Yeah. You need to see these big scenes.
Isn't it 3 hours long?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
2 hours, 55 minutes, but there's also meant to be something about a 4-hour cut.
Yeah, director's cut or something coming out, yeah.
See, I would happily do it.
I don't know if Joker's making an appearance.
Oh, really?
Spoilers.
See, I would happily do it where, I don't know why they don't do it. They used to. Like, you'll have a film in the cinema, it'll be like a standard cut, and then you would have an unrated extended cut on disc. So you got the reason to go to cinema to see it early, but then you did wait 4 or 5 months. Not like back in the day where you waited a year for Jurassic Park to come out on VHS. And back is a long time.
Yeah. Me and Adam were talking about it recently, weren't we, Adam? What film was it we was talking about? They brought it out, but it's not. They've not put the extra cut on the film. It was a 4K. It's a recent one that's come out. It's going to rack my brain now. So which one it is? Yeah. But there's like 2 versions of it, but the 4K's only got the 1 version on. Oh, it was Wolverine.
That's it. Yeah, Wolverine. Yeah, because we were looking at that, weren't we?
There's the uncut version and the normal version, but you've got to buy them on 2 separate copies.
That's annoying.
Yeah, ridiculous.
And with all these streaming sites buying these titles, like say we've got Texas Chainsaw, you know, that's a Netflix production, I think.
Yeah.
Have they released any Netflix films to disc that you can think of? Is that going to come out?
Annihilation, all the Marvel, some of the Marvel TV shows like Luke Cage and stuff.
Yeah, they've done the first 2 seasons of Daredevil, didn't they?
Daredevil, yeah.
Yeah.
Not the 3rd.
But that's a long time, isn't it? That's a long time waiting. I think Annihilation was a while before it come out on disc.
Coming to America on Blu-ray now.
And how old's that film? Oh, it's rubbish.
Well, it's out March 8th, so at least it's coming out. So you're completionist.
And if you look at I'm a massive. I don't know if you've all seen. I'm a massive fan of Peacemaker. And and James Gunn's got a real issue with UK distribution rights. So that should have aired like Boba the same time UK to every other country. So that might be a case where that doesn't air on TV, but you'll get a super duper 4K Blu-ray straight to disc over here. Is it everyone seen Peacemaker or know of it?
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah,
I haven't watched any yet.
I haven't seen it, but I've seen the clip where John Cena calls Batman a pussy and this and that, and it's funny.
It's really good show.
Kermit, are you aware of? Do you know about Peacemaker or?
No, not a thing.
Right, you've seen the new Suicide Squad, right?
Yeah.
Newest one. And so obviously the post-credit scene, obviously everyone would have seen it by now. Obviously Peacemaker's still alive, and this is set 5 months after the film, and it's directed by James Gunn. And unlike Boba Fett, every episode is getting better each time. Have you even seen the intro to it?
No, I've not seen anything about it.
The intro's brilliant.
I'm going to put the intro on.
I like the intro.
I'll put it in. It's a 1-minute intro, but I'll put it on for. This is James Gunn in a can. Right, here we go, guys.
Make a move extreme. Shortcut to your dream. A blow straight to the stars on that flying thing. Get the snowblind games. Make a tune, chick-a-boon in the world beyond. Got a beat, got a heat on the phony string. Tear your world apart. Once the magic starts. Do you really want to taste that? What's going on must come down. Do you really want to taste that? Baby, I'm losing ground. You still become the mirror as the whole is wrong. You dance in where your blinkers on. Throw your dog the invisible bone. Do you really want to taste that? What's going on must come down. Do you really want to taste that? Baby, you're losing ground. You still become the mirror as the whole is wrong. You dance in where your blinkers on. Throw your dog the invisible bone.
So what do you think? It's random.
The eagle sold it to me at the end.
The
eagle's brilliant.
He's an eagle, and he's called Eagly.
He's
And the
brilliant,
best thing
yeah,
about these episodes, there's one episode I think left, but they're mentioning introducing all these old DC characters that not many people know about, and they're automatically in the universe. And John Cena is spot on. There's one more clip I'll show you that hopefully I'll persuade you it's awesome. From the very first episode, there's not spoiling. So the very first episode, we got the
Fuck Aquaman.
No, man. Don't say that. Why say that?
He bangs chicks, good for him. He fucks dudes, got no problem with that. He starts fucking fish, that's taking it a step too far.
Aquaman fucks fish?
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
Guy on Twitter works for the aquarium. Said for $50 he brings him in the back so he can have his way with a sturgeon.
I refuse to believe that.
it's such a good show, but hopefully we get a UK distribution for it. Because I have to look at we'll talk about Star Wars at one point, but I'll have to have a good DC show for about 10 hours over all these episodes rather than a shit film.
Yeah,
I think Star Wars is going in the right direction. Obviously, I think with the latest few episodes,
it's not focusing on Boba Fett. Yeah.
And are we up to date with Book of Boba? Everyone be watching it?
Never seen it. I've not watched it yet. I've not watched it.
You got to leave the conversation then.
We won't spoil it. Kermit, have you seen it or?
No, I haven't. No, I haven't. I'm going to pick the Blu-rays up from Gary, who's on used to be on YouTube, but he's on Instagram. So I want to do it in a binge watch. I've just bought a load of Marvel ones from him, TV shows, which I'm making my way through.
Yeah,
I'll get there.
I'm sure. Have you got Mando off him yet? These I've got of him.
Yeah, I've got
Yeah.
the thing.
Oh wow!
And they're all cover up. If you give it like a week or so, he'll have Peacemaker.
You on commission, Rob?
Obviously we've got Mando. He's gonna come on our stream in a few weeks. He's gonna try and get on.
That's all right. I get discount.
With stuff like that, stuff you'll never physically own. Because I think if Mandalorian would have come out on a disc, we would have had by now in 2 years. You know, and a lot of these Marvel shows, they're a part of Phase 4. As a completionist, if you've got all these 4Ks, you can't complete the phase because you haven't got the shows.
Yeah.
So, and I think Disney thinking they're going to lose subscribers. You know, everyone's seen Mandalorian by now, or found the way of buying it. So just release it. You've got that more income coming in.
That's what I said. Do it for like 2 years, whatever, 18 months, 2 years, then release them on physical.
We have the man in the chat that's brought us all together. Let's get him in. There he is.
The legend!
Hey!
I think he's frozen already.
Okay.
How you doing?
Rob,
Can you hear me?
He's got a bit of lag. Yeah, I can hear you. There's a bit of lag going on.
Rob, take me off for a while because Tesco's are
Can you
here.
hear me? You can hear me all right?
All right, cool.
Yeah, we can hear you,
I can
mate.
hear you, Paulie, yeah.
How you doing, my friend?
Brilliant. How we doing? Yeah, I'm pretty good.
But look, we'll ask you one of the questions we asked earlier.
He's like one of them. He's like one of them Japanese dubbed films, isn't he?
Oh no, it's not, is it?
Hi, Paulie.
You all let us sink.
Hang on. I just said, hang on.
You still there? Oh yeah.
That's a great picture of him. Someone screenshot that. That's a great picture.
It's like Han Solo. It's like Han Solo.
In what
What about
film?
now? Any better?
That's better. That's much better. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I've taken it off Wi-Fi.
Hey, Paulie.
All right, Jamie.
What were we talking about, Paul? I know you're a big cinema goer, but with films coming out so quickly from cinema to home release, does that persuade you a bit not to go to cinema and just hang fire? Is there titles that you probably would have seen 100%, but you're swayed to wait now? Because I guess Resident Evil was one.
Yeah, I mean, I miss Resident Evil anyway. I couldn't get to the cinema, but
Lucky you.
I still. But I have bought it though. But I still like going to see the big blockbusters. You know, I'll be going to see Jurassic World, Mission Impossible, and all stuff like that. So I still like to go.
And do you still buy as much, or you? I know you've obviously we've not done a stream since November on this. Have you? You're way up to date, I know. So Ghostbusters, Dune.
Yeah.
You know, we've had a fantastic few weeks. It's like
bloody expensive couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And have you got Disney Plus, right?
Yeah.
So with stuff like Eternals and Encanto, Pete made a point saying Eternals looks fantastic in the new ratio, and obviously on the physical it's not as good. And Encanto, where you can watch it for free, will you always still pick a title up day one, even though you could watch it digital and maybe wait a few weeks to get it cheaper?
If it's anything like Star Wars or Marvel or Disney, I would probably pick it up day one to guarantee I get a slip cover. But I did a couple of weeks ago.
Shocking. No slip.
No, there isn't. No, that's why I decided to get the Blu-ray instead and stick it in a black case.
Put it in a black case.
Yeah, exactly. I did watch the Eternals a couple of weeks ago with the IMAX framing, and it was really good. But yeah, I'd pick up the physical anyway.
See, I didn't watch Eternals in the cinema. I waited for it to come out, and I was like, everyone's saying it's crap. It's going to be rubbish. I thought it was really, really good. I really,
I haven't watched it
my
yet.
reviews. My reviews are just shit. It's just shit. It's just shit or good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know.
I'm so surprised for Eternals. And everyone in agreement. I think everyone here liked it, didn't they? Not love it, but everyone enjoyed it.
I really liked it.
I haven't watched the Eternals yet.
It was my top fifth film of last year. I really enjoyed it.
Okay. And going back to the
even if it had thingy at the end from
no, please don't. Please don't.
God, yeah.
But they should include the IMAX version on the 4K, I reckon.
Yeah.
Should do, really. Yeah.
They should do. They shouldn't. Yeah, it should be included.
But I suppose that's the attraction, the magnet of Disney Plus, isn't it?
Yeah. They've got to have something, I guess.
Don't that concern you, though, that you obviously you're buying all these films on 4K when you've got another aspect ratio out there that could potentially get released on disc.
Yeah, but I won't be upgraded
again.
No, it get ridiculous, won't it? It gets silly then.
And Paulie, obviously we jumped the bullet with Resident Evil. Obviously Lee messaged me earlier. The steelbook on Zavi went down to £22.
Did it really? That steelbook was really nice.
Yeah, it went back in stock. They had it back in stock today.
I missed out on the last Soho as well. That's a really nice steelbook.
Yeah, that's a nice one. I think I've got that. I've got that one. Oh, that one.
Can I just interject and say, Alan, it was really great to have a new video from you.
Thank you very much. I enjoyed what you said on your video.
It's like when your video appeared, all of YouTube exploded.
Yeah, all the lights went on.
Jamie definitely exploded.
I've not read
more than
any
once
comments yet.
It's like as soon as I got a notification that you'd uploaded a video, I'd sent a video to Jamie Powell and he said, "You're excited, a bit of We came out." It was that exciting, literally made my day.
He tried it with
You can see a doctor about that. Right, so look at some of these comments. So we've got Matt here. Do any of you still own or collect VHS?
No.
Let's go from
no, not VHS.
No, not for many years.
I still own a lot of them.
Yeah, I've still got VHS tapes.
I'm going to dig out a collection sometime in the summer.
Wait. Speaking of VHS, I am trying to find Batman Begins on VHS, but I can't find it.
Did it come out on VHS?
Yeah, it is.
What year was it? I remember Phantom Menace coming out on VHS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have a look through. I've got a bag of old VHS tapes. I might have it. I'll have a look.
I think at one point, Phantom Menace came out on VCD. Was it video CD back in the day as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember going into Woolies and they had the big display, and it was a crap box. I think it was a black box with a little square, a gold square in the middle, and a big one in the middle.
Yeah.
Did you help yourself to the pick and mix, Rob, while he was in there?
Everyone did, didn't they? And the little cans of Coke.
Everyone used to, didn't they?
But if you look on eBay, I think Revenge of the Sith on VHS goes for ridiculous amounts of money. It's one of the last VHSs to get released. Hundreds of pounds.
Crazy, isn't it?
I think I've got Mortal Kombat on VHS and I've got ET on VHS somewhere.
Hey Rob, have you seen my ET finger?
That's good.
I'm gonna touch you with it.
I have got these will be signed. I've got loads of ETs that's I'm gonna do ETs are non. So if anyone wants a 1980s vintage PVC ET, I will be sending them out. I've got quite a few of them. We won't mention it, but we have got a new nonce of the week ready. There's a video there for later. Right. So Paul, I know obviously you don't collect VHS, but you're still collecting a really shitty DVD case, aren't you? The ones that made out of glass.
The dual cases.
Paul, can I ask you a question?
Of course you can.
Why?
I don't know. It just took me back. I saw one of them in the store, and I thought, happy days. It's like the snapper cases. I like the snapper cases.
I've got loads of them. Snapper
cases, whatever you call them. And I just thought, I remember these dual cases. Whatever happened to them? And how many was there? So yeah, I decided to collect them.
Do you remember
you're going to get hundreds of cents in there?
The snapper case when you had a sticker on it and you look in the corner and rip it and you can see a bit of white underneath it. You know, if you go any further,
yeah.
Close your eyes, open it slowly, and
I never thought I would have had two Kylie Minogue ones though.
I just remember the first two DVDs I bought were the snapper case of Godzilla, and it was the plastic Godzilla and the snapper case Lethal Weapon 4.
Yeah,
I think that was very early.
Yeah. Talking of that, when I went on my Blu-ray hunt yesterday in the British Heart Foundation, they had Lethal Weapon 2 and 3 snapper cases.
Oh wow!
They're kind of like silver foil type covers.
Did you pick them up?
Hey,
did you pick them up?
I didn't know.
I think the first snapper cases I bought were the Negotiator. It was a Negotiator and Proof of Life. I think they were the first two I bought on snapper cases. Got loads of them. Oh, and Cats and Dogs. There you go.
Yeah.
Vegas Vacation and Mars Attacks were two of the very first when DVD first came out.
But back when DVDs first come out, did anyone have a ridiculously expensive player? Because I think all the American discs were snappers. I haven't played. I played on snapper.
Yeah, Paul had one that was about $4,000, didn't you, Paul?
No, 900 quid. I went to London, Shaftesbury Avenue, bought it from the Pioneer shop. There was probably only about 40 DVDs in existence, and they were all US ones, and they're about 36, 37 quid.
Yeah, they used to sell them in the same shop, didn't they, where you got the players from? I remember.
Yeah,
you couldn't get them anywhere else.
Used to go downstairs. And they used to have them under the counter.
That's it.
Because there was a shop in London that had all of the Region 1s, and they used to stick BBFC stickers on the front. Because obviously you can't score. But then they completely disappeared.
They kept getting visits from the guys from Fact, and they kept finding them.
That's it. I remember them.
Adam, did you ever go to import route? I had the old VCD adapter that went on the PlayStation 1 that played like the shittest. I think I'd Lost in Space, the film, and it was on about 13 discs. You keep putting the discs like 10 minutes each.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was one
imported
of my first discs, Lost in Space, on DVD.
I imported my first Blu-ray player directly from America, and it was about £1,000. I just so happened to be flying over there when DVD was launched in America, so I picked up about 14 titles when I was over there. So I had quite a good start with DVD.
It was funny because
Paul said they were like 30 odd quid a film.
Yeah. And at the time going to London, every now and again I would pop into HMV and say, "When are you starting to stock DVD?" And they'd look at me like a dumb shit.
They used to come with adapters that were like houses, didn't they? The adapters that come with them. Yeah.
And there was a shop near me in Faversham where you used to go at the back of it, and they used to have all the laser discs and all the latest DVDs, and I used to go there every week as well.
I think a lot of people's first players were probably PlayStation 3s, so I think they were quite affordable then. And I guess with 4Ks, it'd be the Xbox. People introduced next gen through that. Who remembers? Who had any Super Bit in the silver cases?
Oh God, do you remember them?
Oh yeah.
Well, they had. I can't remember. I looked all Super Bit. I think I had Super Bit of what was that shit film? It wasn't like Flight. It was a ship that was controlled by AI. Stealth, was it Stealth?
AI.
I think it was Stealth.
Yeah.
I had a Super Bit of Stealth. But I think the disc, I think they had no features on them. Some of them are flickered, and I don't think there was any difference, part in the price. Was there? Anyone remember?
No. What was the resolution of them?
I was like high def 280.
Weren't good.
No, it wasn't great, was it?
Well, let's look at something. So we've got Marcus here. Any of you seen the Australian series Wentworth?
No, never watched it.
Yeah.
Never seen it, mate.
Yeah, set it up to date.
Is there anything to do with Cell Block H, Paul?
Yeah, I used to watch Cell Block H with my mum.
Really?
Yeah, we watched it for decades. Well, it felt like it was on for decades.
I remember that. It used to be on like really late at night, didn't it? If I remember.
Yeah, on ITV.
Yeah.
Like 11:30 or so.
Yeah, that's it. You couldn't tell the women from the men.
Yeah, Dick and Doreen and.
I remember that show. God.
I think we're aware of this now. Do you all know? Well, we're on IMDb. Does everyone know that? We've got our own IMDb page, all of it.
You'll be on there now, Adam.
Me.
Whoever's doing it, they got my profile wrong. They say I was born in 1967. 1968, I like to know. Not 1967.
You have a look tomorrow, it'll be changed now.
Yeah.
Right. I'm just going to get rid of some trolls. Hold on.
We'll have collector of vintage DVDs under Paul's name.
Right, I'm just giving. Oh, no, we don't. Hold on. We have got a troll that I actually think is quite funny. About this one's quite it's quite nice because we're going to start off with that.
Bunch of middle-aged
Middle-aged folks.
That's a compliment. Because
I'll take that as a compliment.
Yeah.
Being middle-aged.
Yeah.
Well,
Am
I'm
I
just gonna-
technically the youngest person on this stream?
Yes,
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you are, mate. Yeah.
If you can't work that out, mate, no,
That's a bit worrying.
By the way, if anybody wants to send me any cupcakes, I'm 51 this coming Sunday.
Ah,
You shouldn't have said that, Paul.
Paul,
You know what's going to happen now, didn't you?
Is that wise with your current situation?
bollocks.
Is that wise, Paul, with your current situation to have more cupcakes?
Yeah, probably not. Send me a couple of lettuce leaves.
Send him some lettuce.
I remember finding out you had that little incident recently, and I thought I've not watched Paul's video like recently, and turned right on. It's like, here's the cherry bakewell and a sausage roll. It's like, excellent. Right, so we've got Martin here. Big release last week. Dislike Ghostbusters Afterlife in June, but love Last Night in Soho.
Oh,
well, see, I loved Ghostbusters in the cinema, and when I watched it indoors, it didn't have the same. I didn't find it boring, but I found it really hard a second watch. Is there any films that you guys loved, but you find it hard to watch it again, or you've seen it too many times? Lee?
Old Dogs. I love and can't watch a second time.
What one?
You say that I love, but I can't watch again.
Yeah, or you've watched it too much and it's like, you just can't watch it.
Old Dogs, the one with Robin Williams.
Okay.
Oh, I know that one. Yeah,
John Travolta. I loved that when it first came out, and I picked it up, imported it on Blu-ray from America, and oh my god, what an awful film that was.
Probably Highlander.
Oh, what? What, the first one?
Seriously, I'll probably watch that film. About 50 times, and I don't think I could watch it again now. I've watched it so many times. I've heard they're remaking it as well.
With
I think
Aquaman.
Henry Cavill.
Oh, okay.
I think for me, Independence Day Resurgence. It's a shit film, but I like to watch it because it's Independence Day and it has Jeff Goldblum, but it's still shit. And it really disappoints me that it's actually linked to the first film. You know, how can they make this film after the first one?
See, I can't remember anything. All I remember that film was a bit on a bus.
Yeah.
Running away from a big alien. I can't remember anything else from the film.
Yeah.
Probably a good thing you don't remember anything else from the film.
It lacked Will Smith in it. Do you reckon that would have? But then you got Goldblum in it. I don't think having Smith in it would have made it a better film.
It's just a bad film, isn't it?
Well, yeah. Apparently there was a different script, and when Will Smith bowed out, they had probably they had to change the script.
Okay.
Did you know Will Smith was meant to play Neo in The Matrix? There you go. Will Smith was the first person they spoke to about playing Neo in The Matrix.
Was he really?
Yeah.
Oh,
there you go. Bit of trivia for you.
Didn't know that. Adam, have you got a film that you've seen too much or just can't watch a second time?
Men in Black International. I like the originals. I like the originals, but you know, Will Smith and that. But that film, yeah, I watched it once and I won't go back to it again.
I've still got the cellophane on mine.
Yeah, had a good trailer. Didn't it? It looked good in the trailer. It's one of them films where I think the trailer surpassed the actual film.
Yeah.
Let's go on to the Batman. Is there a Batman film you can't watch? Because that's all you want. Batman?
No, I don't think there is, actually. I've seen them too many times.
Because I struggle watching Terminator 2.
Really?
There is a film I do struggle with. There is a couple of films I don't struggle with them, but they just kind of bore me, and I just sit there like a wet rag, just like
Jamie,
fed up.
Hold on a minute. You watch it and sit there with a wet rag, or like a wet rag?
I just sit there like a wet rag, just fed up and bored.
What's that?
Does anybody struggle watching Batman and Robin? Or is it just
Yes?
Is it just me?
Yes. Yeah. I struggled with the whole film.
The only reason I watched that film is for Arnie.
Yeah, just to freeze.
I have to see you. You're not taking me to the cooler. So Batman, what's your film that you don't like to watch then, or you have wet rags watching it?
The first one is obviously this is just my opinion. I hate The Last Jedi.
A lot of people.
I know people like it, but that's fair enough. But I just kind of sit there, just like I just have to watch it when I do the ranking, or watch them all. I just have to watch.
When
it
you have a
for
what?
the sake of it.
Oh, ranking. Sorry, worried there.
Ranking.
Ranking.
I said ranking.
Back to that wet rag again.
And the other ones, which it doesn't really do anything for me because I pair like the Angelina Jolie one, is the new Tomb Raider, which doesn't do out for me.
Is that because how you feel about the original? Because I think the new Tomb Raider was better. It was close to the games, personally. But
the Angelina Jolie ones is like my biggest guilty pleasure ever.
Steady. Where's this chat going?
So when I mention that too, what I mean by that is,
but you've got to admit, you do get some epic side boob on Angelina Jolie in the shower. The side boob
in most of her films, isn't it?
If you want epic side boob, I can do that for you. It's not a problem.
Well, I think
Peter Griffin. Peter Griffin, that's my side boob.
What I'm saying about Terminator 2 is I love it more than any other film. But where I know every single word,
best one.
Well, I know every word, everything in my head. I'm literally repeating every word of the film.
See, that's like Highlander, because I've said it so many times, I'm like word for word. So I can't struggle to watch it now.
Well, I'm not up to date with Oscars, but what do you think of the Oscar nominations? I think Encanto, you don't talk about Bruno's up for an Oscar, isn't it? I think the song.
I've heard Resident Evil.
Dune won awards.
Dune
won quite a bit, yeah, apparently.
Best picture is Belfast.
Belfast, yeah, that probably, yeah.
Drive My Car. King Richard, Licorice Pizza, Nightmare Alley, Power of the Dog, West Side Story.
I reckon Will Smith's going to win Best Actor.
Yeah.
Okay. So, has everyone seen West Side Story?
No.
And I don't want to.
I've not even seen the original.
No, I haven't seen the original.
I loved it. I've done original as GCSE music at school, but we've had this debate before about West Side Story. It is pretty much a remake. The songs, it just looks a bit different, but every song's the same. So, I've had an argument before. Can you call a remake a masterpiece if you've not seen the original that's identical?
Oh, that's a tough question.
If it's almost scene for scene and you've not seen the original,
if you think the new one, if it does it for you and you think it's a fantastic film, I can't see why you can't call it a masterpiece if you think it's so good.
Yeah.
It's a long time since I've seen it.
It's like, for example, Dune. I've never seen the original, and the other night I watched the remake, and I absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
I've always been confused with Dune because you had the TV show and the movie back in the day. Are they both different stories?
And you got the Children of Dune as well, haven't you?
Yeah, that was with James McAvoy, isn't it? That one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though I love the 80s, the David Lynch one, the new one is totally
yes, it's miles better.
It's in another world.
I love the new one.
And you'll have a cheeky Asylum one in Asda that will say like Final Dune. Do you know what I mean? You have a little bit of a sandworm on the front, thinking, is that the same? Has everyone seen Dune? And
yeah.
I've not seen the new one. I've seen the original.
It's very, very well directed.
Yeah, it's a good film.
It's one of the, obviously it's quite long paced, but we know it's obviously I think it's a trilogy now. But the whole this is not even the same thing. But if you remember watching Starship Troopers 1 for the first time, or like the original Star Wars, and you see these big epic scenes and these battles, and you're overwhelmed by how a film looks. Or like Lord of the Rings, when you watch it, like you're looking around thinking, this is, although it's just sand, like this is, you know, the money was spent and it was spent right. And yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, it's
Those ships,
really good
I
film.
love those ships. They're like the butterfly ships,
Yeah,
Cool,
the crane fly, the dragonfly ones. They are beautiful. I love those ships.
Cool.
So, hi Meg Movies, we've got her in the group. She'll probably appear on our stream soon. If we continue this every week, we'll see how it goes. We're all free. Hey guys, hope you're well. What movies are you looking forward to seeing this year? We'll start off with Batman. We shouldn't ask, to be honest.
You've already answered the question.
My most anticipated film this year is basically Batman. My most anticipated film this year is Batman.
Okay, cool. Kermit?
Probably for me, because I've been waiting so long for this film, is Top Gun Maverick.
Okay.
Yeah, I watched that actually. It does look good.
Have we got a release date for it yet?
Don't think so.
May, I think.
2026.
BigPauly, I know there's a few you're looking forward to. Any?
Yeah. Well, originally it was going to be Indiana Jones until they bumped that. But I think Jurassic World Dominion, that's the one I'm really looking forward to. I'm just hoping it's going to be up there with the original, with the original 3 cast in it.
Are you concerned that there's literally, it's not long till it comes out, and they're not really marketing much of it?
No, and we haven't seen a proper trailer for it yet either.
I've always said, obviously, Chris Pratt's character should have been the kid that has the raptor claw from Jurassic Park 1, goes up the same wall.
Yeah.
Meet in this film, that's how he knows about raptors, because he had given that claw. That's how to link them. But I think Jurassic Park's going to be the one for me. Adam? And Terminator, the Terminator animated film that's coming out this year.
Ooh. I'm thinking about Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. I want to see that. I'm looking forward to that.
I think that's gone out of control now, because they're saying Punisher's in it, Nicolas Cage is in it,
everyone's in it.
Everyone.
Apparently, Daredevil's in it. Apparently, Daredevil's in it. Professor X, Ghost Rider. There's just all these cameos that are rumored.
Malcolm X is in it. What's he doing in it?
It's
a bit of a weird universe.
I want to see if Tom Cruise is in it as Iron Man. They reckon there's a new variant, and it might be Tom Cruise.
Yeah, apparently. Because
do you know about his variant? Do you know about his variant? What he is? He's got all of the gems. Yeah,
not all of them. 3 of them.
And he carries Thanos' head around in a jar.
Yeah.
Oh, he's Ultimate Iron Man.
Is it Superior Iron Man, I think?
Superior Ultimate Iron Man. Yeah, he's like the most powerful one.
There's actually a clip that they haven't shown, and I found it sneakily on YouTube. And when the multiverse opens up, it's the 4 women Ghostbusters that come through.
Yeah. And they'll keep Has everyone seen Ghostbusters now?
Yeah.
Right, someone said that.
Seen what?
The Ghostbusters. You've seen it, yeah.
Do you mean which one?
The latest one.
The first one.
Oh yeah, Afterlife. Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
What people said now in one of the post-credit scenes, when you see the Ecto go back in the fire station, the guy that's driving it's got curly hair, and people are saying it's Rick Moranis and he's working with Winston. That's gonna be the next one. There's loads of forums are talking about it, and obviously the director has stated that Vigo wasn't in only one painting.
Yeah, I've heard that.
So I think that's cool. And people saying they didn't mention. What are you doing, Joan?
He's fingering something.
People say they've not mentioned number 2 in the film, so they've retconned it. But there was no need to mention number 2. Do you know what I mean? Because obviously, and why isn't Slimer in it? But Slimer was still in the trap from the first film. It's not some these conspiracy theorists. So obviously back to the Marvel thing. Everyone's seen to the WandaVision stuff like that, haven't they? Everyone's watched.
Yeah.
What WandaVision?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yes.
So we've got a different vision in that at the end, haven't we? The white vision. So is that going to potentially go over to multiverse. You know, there's a load of characters because they're supposed to it'll be tied into that, isn't it? I think you might see him in this film. Right. Let's have a look at some comments.
Audio's going to come in.
Play Tender guy here. Hey guys, great to see Alan and Pete back. Well, Pete's back in a minute. He's doing his shopping at the moment. He's got his Tesco man here. Right, so we've got Martin here again. I've just upgraded to my Amazon streaming Shudder Creepshow series. Does everyone remember the Creepshow back in the day, the 2 films or the 3 films?
Yeah.
The anthology films where they had like 6 stories in one film. Has anyone seen Creepshow?
Yeah, I've seen the old one. Yeah, I haven't seen
I've
the
actually
new
never seen
show.
Show.
So Shudder, obviously I'm collecting all the Shudder releases and I put them in obviously red cases, but they've re-released, they've done a new series. All the stuff that's quite cool. Right. Well, I'm not going to, there's a few comments about Boba we're going to leave to one side. So we've got Gary the Blu-ray addict here. Hi all. Good to see you all back and a great lineup. Thank you. Have you seen any good films recently? The latest one I watched was a remake of Slumber Party Massacre. Actually, really good. I know it's got Shao Kahn from the second Mortal Kombat film in it. The guy's he was in a few Buffy episodes. The guy's always scarred, and he was in a lot of. He was a villain. I know we talked about a lot of new releases. All the stuff I guess you've seen since maybe Christmas. Any of them? What would you say is your favourite one? Any of them stand out? Let's go from Adam. Put him on the spot.
Okay. I've actually watched this the other day with the wife. I've just re-released it. I love this. It's older film, but it's brilliant. It reminds me.
Are you a fan?
Yeah, big fan. It reminds me of.
You're a fan.
The Fanatic with John Travolta. It's similar to
that
where he's stalking someone. But
you say it 3 times, you come for the mirror.
But no, I reckon that's a great movie.
Yeah. I've seen the cinema when it come out. It's really good.
That's got a really good transfer on that as well.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, I was really surprised. I'm really pleased with it.
Almost looks like a super bit case, doesn't it? The little silver around the outside. Let's go on to the Batman. It's probably going to be Ghostbusters. Is there a film you've watched or owned recently that you prefer to any other film you bought? Is there a film that stands out? Ghostbusters, maybe?
I watched Ghostbusters Afterlife, and I think it's amazing. Dune, yeah, I really, really love Dune. And this is kind of controversial, this one, but I watched The Matrix Resurrections. I loved it.
I suppose someone had to.
Yeah, me.
What's the same film?
Thing is, as you said, it is basically John Wick in The Matrix, and at the end, they obviously set it up for another one.
Is it though? Because if you look at if you've seen him in it, he's a bit ooh all the way through. He's not a hard man walks, is he? He's a little bit furry in it.
John Wick in The Matrix.
Paul, any films? What film stands out most that you bought recently?
Oh God. I mean, Ghostbusters, Eternals. I haven't had much chance to watch a lot of stuff in the last week or two, or last couple of weeks with my, illness. I just weren't in the mood watching a lot of stuff. But I think some of the big ones that were out late last year, probably Eternals is probably my favourite so far.
Cool. And Kermit?
Well, The film I picked up the other day, Nightmare Alley, the original.
Okay, cool.
Because I didn't know they were actually remaking it, and I watched this one just as a standalone film. It's from 1947, around about then, and it's an absolutely brilliant film. And then I found out about 3 or 4 days later that they were remaking it, and I'd be really interested to see the remake. But Nightmare Alley, the original, it's a fantastic film.
It's probably the best way to watch it as well, the original, because obviously if the sequel obviously is a lot better, you might not like the original. Right, Pete, you there? Are your speaker working?
Hey,
Right, hold on, let's get Norris back. So Pete, with all the stuff you bought recently or seen recently, anything stand out to you as like?
It's Chuck Norris. How are you doing, Chuck?
I'm going to need you in a minute, man.
I mean, I really enjoyed Ghostbusters Afterlife. I knew I'd enjoy that. That was brilliant.
Yeah, I did. It's amazing.
Yeah, but I really want to see Dune. I haven't purchased Dune yet. That's one I really want to see.
It is so good, Pete.
But now I know that Drive's coming to the UK in 4K. That'd be pre-order definitely.
Cool. Just waiting for Dog Soldiers.
They found all the footage they needed, and it's all been scanned, so they're in the middle of it now.
Yeah, I want that.
And I think Arrow are doing Legend as well. I see that pop up on my stream earlier. Was
Legend?
it just released Legend? The Cruise one, isn't it?
Tom Cruise one.
Yeah.
With Tim Curry.
Yeah, it's come out now on Arrow.
No, I've already eaten. Cheers.
Does anyone remember the Music and Video Club? It was advertised in magazines, and it was a subscription club where they'll send you movies every month, even the ones you didn't want.
I think I'm too young for that.
Yeah, there was one called Britannia.
Do you remember that, Paulie?
Oh, Britannia, I remember that.
Yeah, I remember Britannia.
But they weren't like the ones in newspapers, right? In the cardboard sleeves. The free ones you used to get. Did they come like that?
Oh, do you remember them?
Obviously, I'm a sucker for
the porn ones.
The porn ones.
Pardon?
Right. So, Alan, the corrected the year. Did you know the Bounty Bunch is 8.3 out of 10? Kermit's Blue and Honey is 8.2. BigPauly is 8.6. I'm going to have to sign in myself now about 58 times. Right, so we've got Legend Lewis here saying hi. Right, so it's about time. I was going to wait for Magpie. But everyone knows, hopefully, I don't offend Alan when I show him stuff, because we do this before. Obviously, you know about E.T., my feelings on E.T.
I do.
And then we had feelings of He-Man, the Fisto character from He-Man was a bit controversial. So obviously we've got a new segment where maybe inappropriate kid shows back in the day. So I'm still going to class this guy as a nonce, because I think it's
Is it cartoon time?
It's not.
Oh, right. Just checking.
I'm trying to see if I've even got it. Right, are we ready for this?
No.
Heroes have bright, twinkly smiles because they always brush their teeth after they eat. That's right. I'm having so much fun. I never let the water run. No, I never let the water run. Oh, I'm brushing my teeth in back. Gotta get rid of all the plaque. So while I'm brushing my teeth and having so much fun, I never let the water run. No, I never let the water run.
Well, give us a smile for the camera.
What's going on with these kid shows? And it's not even the worst one. I found a German TV trailer. Yeah. I'm a big Ninja Turtles fan. Yeah. This is a real advert. Are you right, Lee? You right?
Yeah, I'm fine, mate. I'm
a massive Ninja Turtles fan. And obviously so Jamie Powell's a lot of guys that love it. This is a real German TV advert.
Sauerländer Gurken, knackig im Biss.
Get away with stuff like this. Do you know what I mean? Right, so we got that out of the way.
Are we past the watershed?
Yeah, that's why I waited till 10. I just think that Barney thing's been a meme for many years. Cause it's just a bit weird, isn't it?
It's more than a bit weird, mate.
The phone's playing up a bit. Right. I'll get this comment. Right. Evening, everyone. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I think we're all doing okay.
I'm good.
Let me get this sorted out. Just talk amongst yourselves for a second.
Pete, how was your shopping?
We ordered 2 quiches and they sent ones that are about this big. So they got that.
Oh God!
You never get what you
Touchless.
order, mate. You should know that.
Yeah, but they said keep them and refund them. But
I ordered a loaf of bread and they sent me a box of tampons.
that's because you're a cunt.
Man
I'm sure they won't fit in the toaster.
Right, so let's go back to the Mandalorian, okay? Obviously, everyone's seen Mandalorian. How do we feel about Star Wars? Obviously, I think they're supposed to be retconning the last film. They're supposed to be out of canon. But are you happy for them to make more films or just have successful TV shows? And I think we've got an Ahsoka show. We've got an Obi-Wan show starting. Would you prefer a film every 2 years, or the quality of shows we've been getting with Mandalorian, have them every year? Start off with Luke.
I think they should stick to the shows, because in my opinion, the shows have been 10 times better than the last couple of films that have come out. Much better. So I'd rather them just stick to making the Disney shows. To be honest, I mean, the Mandalorian and Book of Boba Fett have been the best 2 things that have been on there, easily.
Yeah. Cool,
yeah, 100%. No more films.
And slowly introducing characters or bringing new characters in. It's an easy way to do it.
Yeah, they can bring other characters in, like they're going to do now. Apparently, that sounds too much.
Cool. And
yeah, I think it's the TV shows are miles better than the movies. I mean, like the Mandalorian, to me, that was similar to like how Rogue One was. I like Rogue One and the way it was filmed, like sort of come across as like a war movie. It's quite gritty and raw, and that's what I like about the Mandalorian and Boba Fett, how they've done that. And I'm hoping that they continue that, not making it too cringy, but making it sort of more serious when they bring out Andor and Obi-Wan and all these others that are coming out. So more TV shows, definitely.
Cool. Kermit, I'm sure you're in agreement.
Yeah, exactly the same. I think if you've got a TV show, you can get more character development, you can cover a lot more ground, and you tend to have a bigger budget as well.
Like, do we need to see Obi-Wan show? I know it's going to bridge a lot of stuff, but is that what people want? I don't really want to see it. I want to see Hayden Christensen back, but I'm not really fussed about. I love Mandalorian. I think the Obi-Wan series I'm still like this with at the moment. Batman.
Yeah, but I think it's the other characters you're going to get in it because it's Obi-Wan. That's what people are looking forward to.
And Obi-Wan, when's that set? Is that after Avengers Sith then? So he's Vader at this point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan is the Obi-Wan series is basically set after Revenge of the Sith, and obviously Obi-Wan and Darth Vader are going to fight again.
So it's in between. I guess obviously you're going to have Rogue One in the middle of that, right?
Yeah.
So the Andor show could potentially cross over with Obi-Wan then.
Could though.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And Batman, are you happy to just have series, or do you like a good Star Wars? I wouldn't mind seeing Mandalorian in the cinema. Do you know what I mean? If they done episodes, like a few episodes together into like a film, I would watch that. So Batman, are you watching the shows? Do you prefer a show that goes over like 8 episodes so you have more character development, or just sit for a 2-hour film?
I do like the shows, but it's just I do love the films as well.
Okay, cool.
Apart from the Jedi one, eh?
Yeah.
It's just running away for 2 hours, isn't it? Last Jedi.
I hate The Last Jedi.
Do you really? You've never told us that before.
But the thing is, the most controversial thing ever, and I get hate for this, is I think Force Awakens is the best Star Wars film ever made.
Pardon?
Really?
Rob, kick him out, mate.
I love it.
Kick him out.
Hold on. No, I think with your comment there, I think the only thing people have a problem with that, without the original one, you're not going to have these characters. So
No.
if you just go with, so if the only Star Wars film you ever watched is Force Awakens, you don't know anything about these characters. So
Right, yeah.
it could be a generation thing, because I'll always go Empire.
Yeah, but the Force Awakens is Star Wars. It's the same film.
Yeah, pretty much. But I think it's a time you watch it. I got people that I know that love Phantom Menace onwards because it was their film when they watched it.
If it's of their time, yeah.
Yeah, because I really don't like Return of the Jedi.
Really?
I struggle. It's just a film about Muppets, isn't it? Muppets in it. I like Muppets, obviously.
It's a bit like this stream. It's full of Muppets as well.
I think the whole backstory when obviously we weren't supposed to get Ewoks, we were supposed to get a planet full of Wookiees. I think they changed that. They made it very kid friendly. From Empire, the tone in Empire, it was a down all the way through to like happy go lucky Jedi. It was just it was weird. As a kid, I thought it was weird.
Yeah,
and that's the problem with that. So I was just about to. So Paul, Pete, sorry. Star Wars. You happily watch more films or no shows?
They should use the shows as the story in between films, and that to me makes it all gel together. They can get it right and not forget shit. You know, it's the way of carrying it on and extending the storylines. I like what they're doing. I'm loving
Boba Fett's like there's bits that I hate, but obviously we'll talk about it when everybody's seen it in a stream in the future. But yeah, my
is
issue.
Is it worth watching Boba Fett?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, definitely.
Obviously, my issue with Boba Fett, which is going to be in the trailers, which is obviously, if you remember Judge Dredd, the Stallone film, yeah.
But please don't.
Back in the day, the first
I've
5
not
minutes.
seen it.
Yeah, the first 5 minutes.
You.
Took his helmet off. It took his helmet off, and even Tamara Morrison has said, obviously, once you Boba Fett, we've known him for 6 lines. This infamous bounty hunter, and now he talks quite a bit. It's kind of I wanted to know about Boba Fett, but then would I rather it just be a mystery? And you know, I want to see Boss come back. I want to see all these bounty hunters that we know didn't die make appearances in future Star Wars films. But did I want to see
Dengar?
No, Dengar's been back.
Has he?
Do you know that?
What, in the animated?
It was either Force Awakens. It was one of the newer Star. If you Google it, because obviously all you recognise is the face because he's all mechanical now. He was in one of the newer 3 films in the background, and they've confirmed it was him.
But the Mandalorian got that right with the talking, the amount of talking, because he doesn't speak that much. I think that was spot on. And the Boba Fett, he just talks too much for me.
Member berries. You got all these member berries, so I remember that, which is good, but not going to spoil anything. The last few episodes for me is
brilliant.
It's the best Star Wars content we've had in probably 30 years.
Yeah, brilliant.
Definitely, yeah.
And this is
Kermit's version of what he thinks about it, and I'll believe him.
I think.
Yeah, but Kermit's a paid shield. Oh, sorry, Kermit.
I think you really got to stick with it because obviously the first episode you're excited because you're seeing his. The thing is, you forget that everyone's seen both series of Mandalorian, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we know Boba Fett appears in that. Do you know what I mean? And he's a cool guy, you know, in this series. And then he kind of pushed that a bit, personally. But we've got to forget we've had him in half of Mandalorian show was about Boba Fett. When you see Slave or his new ships change something.
You can't say that word.
I was impressed with Luke Skywalker, the young version of him in Boba.
Spoilers.
Yeah, fuck
no, we're not talking.
The thing is, when a Star Wars show comes out, everyone has to spoil it on social media.
Yeah, that's the same for everything.
Full of arseholes.
The thing that really bothered me about Star Wars this is when I lost a bit with Star Wars. They released, I think, a Clone Wars movie in the cinema. It was just after Clone Wars started, and it was the only Star Wars film that didn't have the theme at the beginning when the font ran. had the Clone Wars theme, and it just felt weird. It didn't feel like Star Wars. It had a little baby Jabba the Hutt in it, and we've kind of got that now. I think with
it was
Grogu.
pretty much the same with Rogue One, because you didn't get the crawl at the beginning and the theme.
You need the crawl.
I love Rogue One though.
Yeah, Rogue One's best Star Wars film in years. Yeah,
the best
easily.
Disney film, the best Disney Star Wars film.
Easily. Yeah.
Zabby ruined for me.
See, I like Solo. I like the Solo. I like the.
I
Darth
think
Maul.
it's underrated. It's underrated.
If you know much about the history of Clone Wars, obviously you knew Darth Maul didn't die, and he's got robot legs, which is cool. In the timeline, he's not in Boba Fett, but you know, at the end of each episode of like Mandalorian, you get like a cartoon image. You got some fan art at the end of the episodes.
Yeah.
In one of the latest episodes, you got Darth Maul's ship in the background. He's Sith infiltrator ship. Obviously, that might lead to future bits. Oh, here we go. We've got another guy here.
There is one question I do have.
Oh, no.
All right, guys, I'm off.
One question I do have.
There's a Sith Lord.
It's Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Hello there.
Hello there.
Hi, mate.
Hello there.
Go on, Batman.
There is one question I do have.
Go on.
Do you think, but everyone will just say he's dead, but do you think Mace Windu will ever return back to Star Wars? Because in Revenge of the Sith, all we saw him is just fly out the window. We never actually saw him die. You think
No one ever
he'll make
dies
a
in Star Wars.
comeback?
You know that.
There's been all stuff over social media. There's all things over social media about him. There's all things over social media about him coming back, and he just got badly scarred.
I want him to come back. Because we never saw him die. We just saw the body in Revenge of the Sith.
Okay. Maybe he could be a new trainer. Paul, I don't know if you got the last question. Great to have you here anyway, back on the stream. Like it always is.
Obviously.
Hi, Magpie.
That Magpie.
We're going to go on. We're going to go on to about. We'll go on to about 11:30 or maybe 11:15. We'll have an early one tonight for the first one back. We're talking about. We're not talking spoilers on Mandalorian because obviously Book of Boba because Alan's not seen it. But with the kind of content we're getting, how great Star Wars is now. Would you prefer to have these series where they've got flushed out storylines, or just have a film every year?
I'd like to have a film every year.
Really? Well, instead of that, surely not.
Because they're not all going to be to the standard of The Mandalorian. We've seen that with the first 5 episodes of Boba Fett. It's not as good as Mandalorian.
Yeah, but even in first 5 episodes are better than the last 3 Star Wars movies.
I'd say they're better than Last Jedi.
Can I
too far.
And say that I think the next series should be the Book of Ray.
You want some material?
Right, yeah, the listeners.
Paulie, have you still got your Ray wash, mate?
I do.
I'll send you
Paul, with Star Wars Rebels, there's a young kid in that who gets the dark saber as well. Yeah, he's supposed to be rumored to be in a Ahsoka show, and they time travel in that show. And there's rumors that I've read for a long time. That's how they're going to take out the last 3 films. They don't exist.
Yeah, get rid of them. Yeah,
because if his name's Ezra, someone, and he stops events from happening, and they reckon that's how they're going to. I still like them. I think they're still fun in all 3. Although I hate like a lot of people Last Jedi. There is bits in them films. I like bits in all Star Wars. I like bits in the 2 Ewok films, Battle of Endor and. I like bits in all these.
Yeah.
But
the Christmas special.
It is a bad idea. Paul, what about?
Yeah, but it's like picking sweet corn out of a bit of shit, isn't it? Really.
I still
We've
can't
all done that.
When I was in cinema, when Phantom Menace come out, I was watching my watch on that pod race. That pod race, it feels like about 4 hours long.
Yeah,
the film on its own, isn't it? Pod race.
Yeah, the one thing I don't like about the
But
first.
I tell you what, that pod race in 3D, you'll never see 3D like that. It was unbelievable.
Were you dodging Sebulba?
Bulbous what?
So will we? If are we going to ever get Jar Jar? Because we know about Jar Jar Binks was originally going to be a Sith Lord. I don't know if people know about that.
Please.
Oh my God.
Please
but there was rumours I read that he was still alive, and they went to like Mos Eisley to someone, and he's a street performer. And he's fallen because obviously it was all his fault, and he's a street performer in the city.
I thought you were going to say he was a stripper.
Do you reckon he's going to crop up in the Obi-Wan series?
Yeah.
God, no.
Hopefully he gets killed in the first episode. We're lucky.
I just want to see Darth Maul. We'll get Darth Maul back in it. But Paul, you've got these as well. I'm not showing these off so people can go and buy them because they're awesome. Are you the same with the Marvel then? Because obviously the series is... I think the series have been better than some of the newer films. I didn't like Shang-Chi and Black Widow, but I did like Loki.
Yeah.
Really, to be fair, of all the ones which come out, I thought they've got better. Each one series has come out. WandaVision is the weakest. Then they got better with Falcon the Winter Soldier. And then Loki was good. But I thought Hawkeye was the best one for me.
Yeah, I love Hawkeye, yeah. That's good.
Has everybody seen Hawkeye?
No, I've watched
Move on, next subject.
I liked it. And we're going to get obviously some more shows. Moon Knight.
Oh, Magpie.
Yes, Batman.
And what about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? What happened to that? They sort of stopped releasing the Blu-rays after season 5.
I've not seen that, no.
But
you can
Kermit, the guy that does these...
6 and 7.
The guy that does these, he can get the... I think he can get Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. as well.
I think Kermit knows... I mean, Alan knows a lot about Gary. I think they're on first-name terms, really.
Yeah.
I think it's the only way... If it's the only way to own these, I think that's a problem.
No, I should have a couple coming in a couple of days, actually, from Gary. There's a couple. There's the 2 Mandalorians and
Partridge in a Pear Tree.
I think
so
he
does these two. He does a free disc. He does a free disc.
Because Loki was a foreign one. It's got foreign writing all over it.
You should see the inside of one of mine. What was the one that I had with the inside artwork, which was really dodgy? Yeah, it was Loki. This inside artwork on this. It's got like...
Can you see this, look?
Sandra Bullock and Iron Man.
Did you ask for that? Is that a custom one? Did you ask that?
Well, if it was custom, it would have been Kelly Brook in them all. But
that's how it should be.
But no, that's all in English on the back of there. So.
Obviously, I bought stuff off him that I didn't know was going to get a physical. Because this show, the Chucky show, I got off him.
Yeah, it's got a release now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got a UK release, but obviously that's coming out.
Yes, April.
Do we ever think that shows like The Mandalorian and the Marvel shows will ever get a physical release?
I think they will eventually. But
I don't know. Obviously, Mandalorian's 2 years.
When they finish their run, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, Disney do like to make money.
Yeah, keep them on streaming for 2 years and then release them on physical. That's what I think they should do.
Director's cut
I'm
as well.
still waiting for Stranger Things to come out over here.
Yeah, same here. Yeah.
I've never seen that.
Brilliant show.
Because I've only got season 1 on 4K.
They were quite cheap, weren't they? I think they were going at about £8 to £10 at some point.
Yeah, I got that for £8, but because I only get the second series, and the second series I can't find anywhere for less than like 40. So I've just stuck with that one.
Need to get Gary onto that.
I got both.
But I want a video. I want a VHS thing.
What I picked up, my Gary Hall was Camp Cretaceous as well, the Jurassic Park ones, because they'll never come out. It's the Jurassic Park show on Netflix.
Who's Gary Hall?
No, Gary's Hall. Sorry. Get on, man. I've got this dude there.
There's a new streamer.
Don't open it.
Yeah,
I think you should give that away as a prize, Rob.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Don't be a Burke.
I think you should give it away as a prize.
Throwing it. But yeah, I would like we say about Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I think it's any day now, isn't it? Is it the 14th?
Well, yeah.
I watched the show.
Day.
Or the film. There's a film, isn't
I
there?
thought there was a show as well.
No, it's just.
There's a Resident Evil show coming up.
No,
Oh,
there is
God.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's a Netflix show.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
Netflix
Yeah.
or Disney Plus, one of them.
It's a film.
I saw a poster earlier on.
I'm confused.
I'm sure it's a film, not a series.
Yeah, there's a film. There's a film.
It's a streaming series streaming soon. It's in the. I think it's in the TV
I saw that.
magazine.
That's what I saw. Yeah.
I'm 90% it's a film. But the issue with that, like, will it come out? Because obviously, I would buy Glow on Blu-ray. Have you ever anyone seen that show? The wrestling one.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the wrestling. Yeah. No, I've never seen it. I've heard it.
It's a really good show. What's that cat? Is that?
Put your pussy away, Paul.
I'm just trying to find this advert.
But at least it's
I
the
think,
Kings.
I think when they say streaming soon, they mean obviously it's obviously coming out soon. I don't think it's a streaming show. I think it is a standalone film that I'm aware of.
You were right when we spoke earlier. The King's Man is coming out on Disney Plus tomorrow.
Yes.
Is it?
Tomorrow.
It's on Star.
Yeah. Christ, gone quick.
Oh, wow. It's out in it on the 21st as well on 4K. And
Yeah, I think it's physical this month or early next.
Wasn't that only in cinemas Boxing Day?
Yeah.
It wasn't that long.
Christ.
That's crazy.
I remember. I think it was when I worked in the industry, not the sex industry. The movie. When I won
That's why you had to get a job. You weren't earning any money.
I think it was Alice in Wonderland. Remember Johnny Depp first Alice in Wonderland?
Yeah.
That come out in the cinema, and within 2 weeks it was out to buy. They were trialing it to see if the gap between it. But that's ridiculous. So even although it's crap, and I think a few of us have got it. I know, Paul, where's yours? Did it even make the cinema? Was it cinema for like a day?
Yeah.
Was it
What,
November?
Resident Evil?
December?
It was at the cinema, yeah.
There's actually a bloke on Facebook, custom slip covers. I don't know if anyone's seen them, but he does beautiful slip covers for movies.
Yeah, I think
The Blu-rays, embossing and on them and everything.
The other Alan, he
How much?
gets them off of his.
Go slip this like Alan.
What's that?
Slip this in Seattle.
There's a guy that does custom steelbooks. Yeah, and they're like £200 each.
Did you see the one for Hawkeye? Beautiful.
No.
Printed on the actual steelbook as well, not vinyl stickers or anything.
Yeah, no, he's really good. I follow him. He does some amazing steelbooks, that guy. Yeah.
He's always busy with Sam, and he's always got
he's got loads of orders in all the time. They're really nice. He's doing the tins and all now, Paul, to put your films in. You know, like the Monsterverse sets, he's doing them as well.
Yeah, we should have things like that for Back to the Future and the Indiana Jones one. I don't know, stupid cardboard slips.
It'd be nice to have a steelbook box set from the Jurassic Parks.
Yeah,
I think that'll happen. That'll happen.
Will that stop him scratching?
No. The only thing that stops from scratching is me putting a case on there, which isn't going to happen.
That's why I didn't want your Dune off you, Paul.
You weren't going to get my Dune off of me. Sorry. Yeah, but that one, that's in there.
I still don't trust you.
Sorry. Yeah.
People are not a media collector. You know, you don't spend £10 extra on a film. You like the film, you like the artwork. It is a piece of art. Like if you're in an art museum, it's like buying art. So people spending 50, 60 on steelbooks.
That's like this. I bought this recently. Bought that. You see that?
Yeah.
That's a really nice set.
You've got your Punisher one there.
Got a what?
Your Punisher there. Your Punisher steelbook.
That Best Buy exclusive, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll grab it for you.
Because they've done three of them, isn't it? They've done that one, American Psycho, where they're all kind of, and then they did. There's another one. What was the other one they did? Where they're kind of the slipcover kind of on Terminator is the same, isn't it? With the slipcover kind of does something with the artwork.
Yeah, I've got the Terminator one somewhere. I think. Hold on. Have I got it? Terminator. One of my 10 versions of Terminator 2. In a sleeve. Hold on. Get the fucker out.
See, that's why. See, you can't get easy access to it when it's in.
So this Terminator here. So you take your.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah. It's nice.
The Punisher's like spot on.
Yeah, that one. It's really nice.
So I like both Punisher films. I think Warzone is very good as well. I know people hate the second one.
I need to revisit them. I haven't seen them in a long time.
Do you like the original though, Rob, with Dolph Lundgren?
I know the original, the Dolph Lundgren one.
Yeah.
Do you not like it?
There's 3 in total, isn't it?
No, I like it. That's good.
Is that right?
Yeah, Thomas Jane one. Yeah, Dolph Lundgren.
The one scene
and the other one,
the Lundgren one, where he's on a bike and he's in the sewers going underground. They've sped it up to make it look like he's riding faster, but the guys behind him are running really fast as well because they've sped the whole scene up. It looks like a Benny Hill film.
I think that Dolph Lundgren's Punisher and the Dolph Lundgren Master of the Universe, as well as the 2 Punishers, are kind of like 80s, 90s films that I've seen a long time ago. I remember like not renting them, but seeing them posters up at the video shops and everything. I need to revisit them. I just have not seen them in a long time.
It's good. I think they're both. I don't like the problem with the second one. You got that guy Jigsaw, who was what's his name? Travolta's character in the first one.
Yeah,
and he's all cut up, but his performance is a little bit ledgery, jokery. I think the way he acts, and that was the big downfall in that film. To go back to the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. thing, did you ever see when Ghost Rider appeared in it?
Yeah.
He's the guy from the Terminator film.
The Terminator, isn't he? Yeah.
Obviously, how do you feel about they've recast? Is it not Norman Reedus as Ghost Rider now, aren't they? They're saying.
Well, there was either going to be him or Keanu Reeves, wasn't it?
I think Norman Reedus will be all right. I think he'll be all right.
Yeah, because he ain't got acts, has he? So he'll be all right.
You got the Kingsman guy that's mainly he's up there for Wolverine, isn't he?
Who is?
I tell you,
the guy from Kingsman.
Taron
Egerton.
Yeah, I read that earlier.
Oh, you're joking.
Oh,
Jesus.
I'm surprised Bruce Willis isn't going to be Ghost Rider. He's in everything.
I thought they was going to get Daniel Radcliffe for Wolverine.
Bruce Willis will be here, featuring Bruce Willis for 8 seconds.
Yeah,
yeah.
He's in the post-credit scene.
He does more straight-to-video films than Van Damme now, doesn't
he? He's been given his own category, his own Razzie category. Just Bruce Willis.
If you look at IMDb, at his future films, he's got about 16 films in production.
Jesus.
It could be as bad as Steven Seagal. I've heard he's got a thing written in his contract where he's got to sit down so much during filming, written into his contract. Have so many scenes where he's sitting down. This is true.
You said that before, and you've heard me scenes where most of his scenes he is sitting down.
He's just sitting down, yeah. He's sitting down, eating.
I like it when he crosses his arms at the front. He looks like Charlie Dimmock or something, doesn't he?
He can't cross his arms. He can't get it across his stomach.
He was on his bike though in Cock Punch, wasn't he?
You want to go up to him?
He was good in that,
don't you? But you know, he'll still kick your ass. You can't.
He wouldn't, mate. All we have to do is run around in a circle. He'll be out of breath.
Step back and it'll be.
Well, we'll tie up soon. But a question for everyone: is there any people or actors you can think of? Actors you can think of, who would you cast as Marvel characters? Is there any people you would have, like, would you have a different Batman? Would you have a different Ghost Rider, for example? Any actors you think would make good?
Tom Hardy should have played Wolverine.
Yeah, I think he's got the build and facial hair for that.
Right size, right build. He should have played Wolverine.
Okay.
Yeah.
What Marlon Wayans was supposed to be Robin, wasn't he? In Batman.
Yeah, I heard that rumor.
In the fourth, because the fourth Tim Burton Batman film, he was going to be in. He was going to the third one. It was going to be in that, and it was going to have Jack Nicholson in it, and it was going to be in Arkham Asylum, and he was seeing all the villains from all the past films, and Marlon Wayans was supposed to be Robin.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
I still want Gambit to come into the universe at some point.
Yeah, well, it was going to be played by Divvy Bollocks, wasn't it?
Channing Tatum, wasn't it?
Oh, please,
it was meant to be Channing Tatum, apparently.
Jesus.
No, Jesus Christ.
Probably be Dwayne Johnson.
Fucking hell, I hope not.
There's every character. Can you think of a character that he could play though? The Rock in Marvel.
A wooden chair.
A dead one.
Spider-Man.
No.
Spider-Man, yeah. Spider-Man's a good shout.
I tell you what, I would love Russell Crowe with his current build coming back as Old Man Logan. Just absolutely smashed off his face.
Have you seen Brendan Fraser? Brendan Fraser's Firefly in the Batgirl film.
Yeah, I've seen that.
He's a tubby shit in that, isn't he?
I think he's got.
I'd like to see
on board.
in Marvel. I'd like to see Warwick Davis as the Hulk.
That's not politically correct.
Well, they've done
Marvel babies instead of Muppet babies. That'll work.
He could work. Actually, Warwick Davis could play Ant-Man, and they wouldn't need no special effects, would they?
They had Peter Dinklage, didn't you? Peter Dinklage is the big guy, didn't he?
Yeah. Oh yeah, he was. He made the hammer, didn't he?
Yeah. Peter Dinklage.
Who do you reckon is going to be the new Fantastic Four then?
Basically, everyone wants Josh Krasinski and Emily Blunt.
Yeah, that's a good shout.
Want.
Yeah,
that is a perfect casting, but I don't think we'll get it.
Who do you think we'll get? I think we'll get Jedward.
Jedward. That's what fans want.
I tell somebody who'll probably come into Marvel or DC universe soon. That'll probably be that Timothée Chalamet from Dune. He'll probably come in some way off shit. If you can have fucking Harry Styles in fucking Marvel.
Please.
You've got Oscar Isaacs, didn't you? He's played both Apocalypse and Moon Knight, hasn't he? For Marvel.
Yeah, well, so's Chris Evans. He's played Human Torch and Captain America.
What they reckon, Chris Evans in the Multiverse of Madness, he's playing 2 characters in that film.
Well, he's played 2 characters, hasn't he?
He's coming back as Johnny Storm.
Human Torch.
They said that he's not
going to be playing anybody else, is he? He's fucking dead.
Well, it could be a variant, couldn't it?
We'll get you, Pete. You could come in the Fantastic Fours thing.
He's doing it now. Look, he's Invisible Woman. Can't see him. Look.
Hello.
Yes, you expect me to take you seriously with the people you support football-wise?
Who won tonight? 3rd win of the season.
You're still getting relegated, mate, so I don't celebrate.
Is there anyone else you can think of you'd like to see in a Marvel or DC film?
I've seen a picture of William Dafoe.
I've got one.
Yeah, that's always been. I've never understood why.
I've got one, Rob.
I want Kermit in a Marvel film. He can be a new Doc Ock.
Okay. Well, Batman, what are you saying? You've got one Batman. Is it a DC film?
Yeah, Jimmy Smith as Batman.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Yeah, but it's got to make money.
I said this before. I would like to see.
It will. It'll be the best thing ever.
I would like to see Jim Carrey come back as Riddler, but do a darker version of Riddler. Because you know he's got the range. If you watch, is it number 23? If you watch,
definitely got the range.
He's good. You know what I mean? So I know Eddie Murphy. Again, Eddie Murphy was supposed to be the Riddler, wasn't he?
Aren't they doing a remake of The Running Man with Jimmy Carr?
Oh. You know what? Briefly touching on that Jimmy Carr thing, that special came out on Christmas Day. I watched it with the wife and I loved it. It took 6 weeks for somebody to come out and take offense to that so they can fuck right off.
Oh, no.
Thank you. I love Jimmy Carr. So yes, sorry.
He's a bit controversial, isn't he?
Well, all these jokes are. So is Ricky Gervais. It's just
I watched a film today that people loved. I watched Scream. And I thought it was rubbish. I don't.
It's not aged well. It's not aged well at all.
No, the new one. I'm talking about the new one.
Oh, the new one.
It's not good at all.
Oh shit!
I haven't seen it.
But the original's not aged well either. I don't think.
I think Scream for me, the original one, I watched it that many times when it first came out, whether it's cinema or when it came out on video and then DVD. When I went to rewatch all 4 of the movies with the missus about just before Christmas, I enjoyed them, but didn't have the same, because I knew what was going to happen. Because obviously, you've seen it before, but you see it that many times, it's like, it doesn't have the same impact as it did the first couple of times that you watch it. So I wouldn't say I enjoyed it less. It was just, I knew.
Getting stabbed in the throat is always good.
I just love the garage scene.
Predictable.
Well, we got another one, didn't we?
She can't get her body through because her tits are too big. Brilliant.
I reckon they're going to turn these new ones into a trilogy.
No, it's just...
Do you remember? Like, I know we did last summer. We had Urban Legend and Scream, all very similar films.
Yeah.
Like a series that come at the same time. Have you
So
seen
you could see the same.
TV show?
You could chuck
I know we did last
Wrong
summer.
Turn into that as well.
Why are they making another Planet of the Apes as well?
Yeah.
Because they like monkeying around.
Yeah.
Just again, Planet of the Apes, do a show. No, do TV shows in these. Look, you don't a TV show of Planet of the Apes is perfect.
Yeah, I could see that.
Well, they did that before, didn't they? It was a TV show in the 70s.
Yeah, the original one. Yeah, that was a good show.
Highly.
Does anybody actually commenting? Or are you just ignoring everybody?
No, we had quite a few. I've just obviously had to. We had a few trolls earlier that said we're a bunch of middle-aged men, which is a compliment.
This is before you joined, Paul.
I know. Everyone was a bunch of middle-aged men.
Yeah.
Well, what I said, you watch some of my videos, you'll see my business card being held up and my address is on there. Come set me face.
I'm talking.
It's only took an hour and 40 minutes, Pete.
Yeah. I'm through.
We're going to make a move in a sec, but say tomorrow we've got Boba Fett. I know a lot of us will be watching it. Kermit's going to have to catch it. Thursday we've got Peacemaker, which
is awesome.
Brilliant.
You guys haven't seen it. When Gary gets it, which I'm sure is going to be 2 weeks after it airs, I don't think it's going to come out over here. Just buy it, everyone, because it's like every episode's phenomenal. It's set 5 weeks after the last Suicide Squad film, and every episode's getting better and better. And the Eagle, it's the best CGI Eagle I've ever seen.
I was messaging Gary the other day. He said he's hoping to get the Book of Boba in about 2 weeks.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah,
why is it?
He does 2 copies of Mando. He does one, a 3-disc Mando, which he says he's got features on, and obviously the two we've got. But yeah, again, it's the only way to own them. I know he's got Battle of Endor. I'm happily buy them, and then they'll sit on a shelf until it physically comes out, and we'll buy it day one.
What really annoys me is that, even Jamie did it, post a picture of what Gary sent him, and all of a sudden you get, you're illegal streaming and you're not supporting the studios and all that kind of shit. So then you have to take all the photos down.
It's bollocks, man. That annoys me so much when it goes, it'll affect the film studios. I remember getting a pirate version of Alien 3 and Terminator 2 back in the early 90s. And there were loads of those around. You get them out of ice cream vans, like of Peter Kay things, and I don't see Hollywood going down the scraps then, do you? No. So people who say it's ruining the film industry can fuck right off.
With the groups, there's a limit. Obviously, you can post stuff like True Lies on Blu-ray, stuff like Abyss, stuff you can't physically get.
Yeah, you can't get stuff you can't get.
Well, not post it, because if I put a post up, this is my pirate copy of Terminator 2. What do you think of the box? That's wrong, because I can buy it physically. Like with all the stuff, the Winter Soldier stuff, you can't get it. What's the problem? You still watch it. You've watched it.
It's half the pirates are Oscar screeners, aren't they?
I'm more than happy to put something on my Instagram, my Facebook, my YouTube, whatever, because it gives business to Gary, and I'm more than happy to do that.
You're still not going to get a discount, Paul.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
Even stuff like, I didn't buy them, but I'm tempted with stuff like the Fear Street trilogy is done, because that's never getting released.
I got that because Durant wanted it, so I bought that for Durant.
Yeah, I got that.
Ooh. Whatever.
You make Durant overseas.
Bought me anything.
Stuff like the Resident Evil TV show, I think they're working on, and the Alien show, obviously they're doing.
Yeah,
I really want to see that.
You're not going to get them for a year. I'll happily wait 2 weeks. We're watching it officially. We're watching Boba Fett on Disney. We're subscribed to Disney. Why can't we then spend £20 or £15 to £20 to buy on disc?
Yeah.
What's the problem?
Well, I'm watching that Pam and Tommy, and I'm enjoying that.
Yeah. I think
Especially
the main thing is people don't know about it. People don't know how to get them. That's why they get wound up, because they can't get them or don't know how to. It's got to ask the question.
Yeah.
I used to get them myself until I brought my laptop with all the viruses on it, and then we got a new laptop, and the wife was like, "You dare do that for this laptop, and I'll kill you." So I didn't do it.
Yeah, but that's other stuff he was watching. It's nothing to do with film.
Look, I just liked Sylvia Saint towards the end of the 1990s. All right, there's nothing wrong with that. She had a great figure. She's
It's all right.
retired now.
Whatever floats your boat, mate.
You know, it's all about Lena. It's all about Lena Paul now. So, yes. Sorry.
Right, so I think are we all calling leaving? We're normally here till 11, but I'm tired. I've been in and out of hospital the last 2 weeks. So everyone's.
How's the sex change going, Rob?
It's I found out a way of just tucking it in there.
Sorry, it's best thing. Just stick it behind.
Yeah.
It goes all the way around. To be honest, it could almost be like a monkey's tail, like in I can tie it around.
Like
it's the same weird.
Like in Shallow Hal.
Yeah. We'll leave that. We want to thank everyone for watching and all you guys for coming on. This is the first one back. We might be back next week. Obviously, we'll see how things go. Obviously, we know this has been a better stream than Paul's, but
Oh yeah, I know. Big Pauly's isn't very good, is it?
I had a piss earlier. That was a better stream than Paul.
Jesus.
But
hey, don't diss me and Pete.
Carry on collecting, everyone, and we'll see you soon.
Everyone's waving bye. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye-bye.